Welcome to A Minute with Marshall video podcast. I'm Macy Kessler with the Corporate Communications team, and I'm joined today with our President and CEO, Ryan Marshall. Hi, Ryan. Nice to see you.
Hi, Macy. Great to see you as well.
So on the last podcast, we spoke about the new diversity board and the application process for members. Can you remind us, what were your hopes and expectations for the board?
It was pretty simple, Macy. As a senior team, as we sat and we reflected upon what was going on inside of our country over the last several months, we identified several things that we could do to improve inclusion and diversity efforts inside the company. And we ultimately decided that the best path forward would be to form a board that would represent a broad cross-section of employees from across the country. And that board would help to steer and shape where we ultimately go with these initiatives and with our work product. So that's where we landed, and I'm excited to say that we're at the point where we're ready to kind of take next steps.
So what's the latest update on this?
The latest update is that we got an overwhelming response to the open application process. I think the majority of the organization knows that myself, my direct reports, the area presidents, and one division president from each area, plus 15 at-large applicants I've selected will comprise this board. And so we got over 90 applications. I made a decision on 15 individuals from that applicant pool, and we're super excited to get started.
Well, we are excited to announce the individuals you've selected as the inaugural members of the board. Congratulations to all. We'll also have the list of names posted on our Pulte Pride website. So Ryan, what can you tell us about these individuals?
It really comes down to one word, and it's passion. The application process, for those that aren't aware, involved answering a number of short questions, as well as submitting a short video montage. And in those videos, you could really hear the passion and the personal stories, the personal reflections, and the thoughts that the individuals had about what we could do as a company to create change and make a difference. And so I think when we take some good ideas, combine it with the real passion that I know this group is going to have, I'm looking forward to seeing what the results are going to look like.
So what's next for the new board?
We've got our first board meeting scheduled in the next 10 or so days. So the first thing that we're going to do is get to know each other, and then we're going to spend some time really digesting and prioritizing where we can focus the organization's efforts. It's really important to me that as we embark on some change, that it's change that is lasting and is meaningful. And so prioritization is really going to be the key word in making sure that the things that we choose to work on, that it's lasting change and lasting efforts that we choose to work on.
Now switching gears, you recently announced plans to close our offices on November 3rd for Election Day. What were your thoughts in making this decision?
It really comes down to two things. Number one, the right to vote is one of the things that we enjoy as American citizens. And so I've always believed that using one's voice and exercising that right to vote is important. In the current year with COVID and social distancing and some of the other challenges that we're facing, we just felt that it's going to take longer likely and be a little more complicated to vote this year. And so we felt that it was the right thing to do to give our employees kind of that day off in order to deal with the extra time at the polling locations. I would encourage those that have voted earlier, vote by mail, to take this as an opportunity to potentially volunteer at a polling location. We're hearing in a number of the cities that we operate in that they're in need of volunteers.
Well, we also received some big news recently. Pulte Group was again certified as a great place to work this year. So what would you like to say now to employees about this?
Well, first, congratulations. Last year was the first year that we made application to the Great Place to Work organization to receive this certification, and we received it in our inaugural year, so we were pretty excited about that. We had quite a high score, and so as we made application for the second time this year, we weren't sure that we would be able to beat what we did last year, especially considering the current environment and the difficulty that we're all facing and working. I'm pleased to report that our scores this year were even higher, which I think is a real testament to how strong our culture is, how resilient our employees are, and the nice job that we've done as a team to support each other in this difficult time.
Well, we'll end on this note. Any final comments to share with the organization?
Two things: mask up and keep it small. We've actually seen the COVID-19 numbers come down in the last week to 10 days, which is real positive. I do firmly believe that it's because we've got more people that are being cautious and wearing masks and following the social distancing guidelines that we've been given. I'd ask you to continue to do that and to continue to do our part, not only at work, but at home. And on the keep it small side, we've actually seen the data that would show that following major holidays like Memorial Day, 4th of July, holidays where we want to get together with our friends and family, we see a spike in positive cases. So as we go into Labor Day weekend, I think it's a great reminder to keep it small. And if you are going to get together with friends and family members, make sure and wear a mask and use social distancing to keep everybody safe and healthy.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan. And thank you to everyone watching. We'll see you on the next Minute with Marshall podcast.